I'm going to tell you a story, probably the most influential thing that happened to me in my time and during my time as a personal trainer. One day I was cleaning in the gym. I wasn't training, and I'm almost always training. I wasn't training, and the phone rang. I never answered the phone, but I looked at this as an opportunity. I ran to that phone and I answered that phone. Reactive Performance Enhancement Center, how can I help you? And on the other end of the line, I heard, Bird! I immediately smiled because only one person in the world calls me Bird. It was a client of mine that I'd had over a year ago. And I said to him, you old bastard, how are you? That's how we talk to each other. And he said to me, I'm not doing so good. And I said, what's the matter? What's going on? He said, I got cancer and I'm dying. Immediately I felt like somebody punched me in my chest. I had to sit down. I said, Perry, what's going on? Tell me, what's the deal? What's happening? He's like, I got the lung cancer and it's not looking good. I need your help. I said, I'll do anything. Tell me what I got to do. I need you to train me, he said. I said, great. I knew my schedule was pretty full, but he's probably got some, decent flexibility. I'll get him in. I said, great. When can you come in? I can't. Okay. You need to come to me. I haven't done in-homes in years. So immediately I'm thinking, how can I do this? But I said, I knew I needed to do it, so I said, okay. I said, all right. I said, I'll come to you. We'll make it work. But Perry, you got to tell me, what's our goal? What are we doing? What are we trying to do here? And then he said the words that I'll never forget. He said to me, Bird, I don't want to die weak. I don't want to die weak. So I took it all in, and we set up the training. Fridays at 3 o'clock, drove over to his house. He was so weak, he couldn't even answer the door to let me in, so he needed to leave it unlocked so that I can come in. And we started the work, we started the training. Every Friday at 3 o'clock, we do our work. Don't ask me what type of program I put together. It was so weak, it was so hard, but we did it. And then one day, I came to the house, tried to open the door, it was locked. I'm always so busy running from appointment to appointment, a lot of times I forget to answer and check my voicemail. So I looked at my phone and I had a voicemail and I listened to it, and it was his son telling me that Perry had passed. The first thing I did was I smiled. I smiled because I knew he had done it. He told me he didn't want to die weak. And he didn't. He had a vision of how it was that he wanted to live the last days of his life. And he did it. When I first came there, he could barely get up out of a chair. And after our last session, he could get up and out of a chair 20 times for 2 sets. He had did it. He had a vision of how it was that he wanted to live. Even in the face of the greatest adversity, he could still do it. I smiled. He had a vision. Now, ultimately, all of us are going to end up, in the same place. It's not that our actions and our decisions, be them unhealthy, are killing us. That's not the sad part of the big deal. The saddest thing is that we're not living. We're not living the lives that we want to live. We're not taking the time to focus enough on ourselves to figure out how it is that we want to live our lives and what type of quality of life we want to live. Even with such a short window left, Perry knew, and he could do it. You have to have a vision, and you have to be prepared. You have to be open to becoming something new.